In this country, people celebrate Christmas naked in a sauna. In the other country, there is a competition between several Santa Clauses and with several modalities. Well, from what you've seen now, there are several bizarre Christmas traditions that will shock you quite a bit. Today, you will learn about each one of them. Are you curious? Join us and let's go. Number 16. Naughty children banned from the Netherlands. What if I told you that in the Netherlands, there's a Santa Claus who doesn't mess around? Sinterklaas is not just any old children's party figure. He is the Christmas sheriff who arrives riding a white horse, wearing a red episcopal robe that screams respect everywhere. His assistants, the controversial Zwarte Pieten, who carry not only gifts but also the power to decide the fate of the little rebels. Madrid? Yes, you read that right. The Spanish capital serves as the headquarters of this mythical character, in a historical connection that makes everyone turn up their noses. The Zwarte Pieten are not simple helpers. They are real child control agents with an explosive secret. They can literally kidnap naughty children. The punishment? Forget the old, worn-out coal. Here, naughty children can be forcibly returned to Spain, in a journey that echoes the times of the Holy Roman Empire. Sinterklaas neither forgives nor forgets. Number 15. KFC. Although Christmas is not a national holiday in Japan, an estimated 1% of the population is Christian. According to Smithsonian Magazine, its citizens still find an interesting and delicious way to celebrate. The holiday season in this eastern country goes beyond the conventional, making Kentucky Fried Chicken an unexpected star of the holiday season. The genesis of this quirky tradition dates back to 1974, when a brilliant advertising campaign called Kurisumasu ni wa Kentucky, which literally translates to Kentucky for Christmas, completely revolutionized the concept of the festive meal. The marketing strategy not only suggested an alternative to the traditional dinner, but literally reinvented the meaning of celebration for millions of Japanese. Statistically, with less than 1% of the population identifying as Christian, Christmas in Japan has emerged as a cultural phenomenon completely detached from traditional religious roots. The holiday has become a commercial and social event where families gather not around a roast turkey, but around red and white boxes filled with crispy chicken. Demand for this particular meal reaches astonishing levels of logistical complexity. Japanese consumers have developed elaborate strategies to secure their meal, with some ordering months in advance or willing to wait in line for up to 2 hours to get their finger-licking feast. Number 14. La Quema del Diablo. In Guatemala, the ceremonia known as La Quema del Diablo represents much more than a simple festivity. It is a complex process of spiritual renewal, deeply rooted in the local culture. As the sun sets on the horizon on December 7th, the eve of the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, entire communities become stages for an extraordinary symbolic performance. Squares, streets, and villages come together for a ritual that transcends the traditional concept of Christmas preparation, delving into a centuries-old tradition of spiritual purging. The origins of this ritual date back to the 17th century, a period in which Guatemalan communities developed a deep belief in the symbolic power of eliminating the ills of the year through ritualistic burning. The devil, personified in elaborate effigies, represents all the misfortunes, problems, and negative energies accumulated during the previous 12 months. The preparation for the event mobilizes the entire community in surprising ways. Local merchants take advantage of the opportunity to sell devil horns, fireworks, and elements that make up the drama. Masked and costumed, the participants transform the ritual into a true cultural performance that mixes elements of theater, religion, and collective catharsis. At the exact moment of 6 p.m., bonfires are lit simultaneously, creating an impressive visual spectacle. Piñatas representing the devil are consumed by the flames, symbolizing the elimination of all evil and misfortune. The smoke that rises carries with it not only ashes, but also the hopes of renewal of each participant. After the purification ritual, families gather together for moments of fellowship. Buñuelos, traditional donuts, are served along with hot fruit punch, completing the cycle of renewal with moments of communion and celebration. Each bite, each sip represents the hope of a new cycle, free from the adversities of the past. I have a question for you. First, I'd like to tell you that it's possible to keep up with the biggest curiosities of our world every day. But for that, you need to be subscribed to our channel. So, have you subscribed yet? If not, take the opportunity to subscribe now. Now that you've done that, let's go. Number 13. Cagatillo. Cagatillo, literally translated as defecating log, emerges as one of the most unusual and hilarious end-of-year celebrations, mixing childish humor with a complex cultural web. Far from being a simple decorative object, the cogatillo represents a central character in Catalan Christmas celebrations. A small wooden log comes to life with a painted smiling face, transforming into a magical creature capable of defecating presents for local children. The ritual begins in early December, when the log is placed near the fireplace and gently covered with a blanket. Children play a key role in the process, feeding the log daily with chocolates, nuts, and other treats in the hope that it will grow and become more generous with its gifts. The mechanics of the tradition involve an elaborate set of rituals. The more the children care for the trunk, feeding it, covering it, and keeping it warm, the greater the expectations of gifts. A logic that mixes care, commitment, and a significant dose of childlike imagination. At the crucial moment of the revelation, a specific ritual is performed. Children sing a traditional song while striking the trunk with sticks, encouraging it to defecate the gifts. Nougats, sweets, small toys, and even money can emerge from this unique performance. Children's behavior is also central to this tradition. Children are encouraged to be exemplary, knowing that only the well-behaved will receive generous gifts from cogatillo, a sophisticated behavioral regulation strategy disguised as festive play. Number 12. Secret Santa in Brazil. In Brazil, Christmas transcends traditional models, transforming into a unique multicultural celebration. The tradition of the secret friend, known as amigo secreto, dominates the festive scene, creating social connections through small gifts exchanged throughout December. The Brazilian festival mixes European and tropical elements in a surprising way. Santa Claus, adapted to the warm climate, walks along sunny beaches, while families prepare a dinner rich in multicultural influences. Italians, Portuguese, and Africans contribute to a diverse menu, where panettone, cod, and Afro-Brazilian dishes share the same space. A peculiar economic detail marks the season. The famous 13th salary, which doubles income in December, boosts consumption and the local economy. Gift exchanges traditionally take place at midnight, with various gifts and lots of family celebration. Brazilian Christmas cuisine represents an impressive cultural mosaic. Pork, turkey, ham, and salads share space with tropical fruits and traditional farofa. Sweet treats include ice cream and regional desserts, creating a unique feast. The celebrations extend beyond the 25th, with visits to relatives and friends, reinforcing the community ties typical of Brazilian culture. Number 11. Christmas Sauna, Finland. In Finland, Christmas is a centuries-old ritual. The Christmas sauna, a sacred moment of purification and reunion. The sauna represents much more than just a hot bath. On Christmas Eve, Finnish families meticulously prepare this space, thoroughly cleaning it and creating a festive atmosphere with candles and special oils. Every detail carries traditional meaning, including a tribute to the elven spirit of the sauna. After the relaxation ritual, family members dress in their finest clothes, ready for the celebration. Gift-giving and feasting follow this intimate moment of purification, creating a unique ritual sequence. Number 10. Naked family in Estonia. What if someone said that Christmas can be celebrated without clothes? In Estonia, this isn't madness, it's tradition. With freezing temperatures hovering around 95 degrees Celsius in Tallinn, local families have a peculiar method of warming their Christmas spirit: a sauna bath with nothing on. While snow covers everything white outside, inside the saunas, bodies meet in total freedom. Before marching to midnight mass, Estonians gather in their particular version of family heating. No modesty here. Sweat, heat, and of course, without clothes are the main ingredients of this Nordic Christmas recipe. The Finns also love this custom. For them, nothing is more natural than revealing total intimacy when the thermometer plummets. The tradition isn't about exhibitionism, but connection. A genuine way to celebrate family ties, literally, without barriers. Number 9. The monster cat of Iceland. In Iceland, Christmas has a very unusual guest, a giant and hungry cat called jólakötturinn. But be careful. This animal is not just any kitty. He only hunts people without new clothes for the celebration. Since the Middle Ages, this monster has served as a tool of social pressure. Workers are motivated to finish the wool harvest quickly to ensure they have new clothes. The fear? Being devoured by the feline if they don't have a fresh outfit for the party. The strategy worked perfectly. Scared children, motivated workers, and everyone focused on preparing the best for Christmas. With temperatures that can reach 9-10 degrees Celsius in Reykjavik, the cat seemed to be the least of their problems. Number 8. Santa Claus World Cup in Switzerland. In the alpine village of Samnaun, 20 teams of Santas come together for the Klauwau, the craziest world championship on the planet. Just imagine, Santas competing in ski races, sledding races, and even a cookie baking contest. The competitions are insane, climbing down chimneys, carrying presents, competing in geographical competitions. All of this while dressed in that traditional red suit. The competition proves that Santa Claus is not just that good-natured old man who delivers presents. The country's Teleschmutzli's team took the title, but the real victory? Showing that the Christmas spirit can be much more fun than it seems. Number 7. Giant Lantern Festival in the Philippines. The Philippines doesn't do Christmas half-heartedly. Here, the festivities start in September and last until January, creating the longest Christmas season in the world. In San Fernando, the Ligligan Pearl Festival transforms lanterns into true masterpieces. It all started out simple, half-meter-high lanterns made of origami paper and lit by candles. Today, 6-meter-high monsters made of bamboo and paper, decorated with thousands of electric bulbs that shine into the sky. Entire villages compete to create the most elaborate lantern. The result? A light show that draws people from all over the world to see this explosion of Filipino creativity. Number 6. Hiding brooms from flying witches, Norway. Have you ever thought about hiding broomsticks to stop witches from flying? In Norway, this is not the subject of a horror movie, but a Christmas tradition. Amidst elegant celebrations with families dressed up for Christmas Eve, there is a secret ritual to protect oneself against witches. Popular belief holds that on this magical night, witches go out hunting for brooms for their nocturnal flights. The result? Each family becomes a magical counterintelligence team, meticulously hiding all their cleaning tools. After the festive dinner and the exchange of gifts, traditional songs are sung and people dance in circles around the tree. But no one forgets. The broomsticks remain invisible, thwarting any adventurous witch's plans. Number 5. Love is behind the door in the Czech Republic. What if love could be predicted by simply throwing a shoe? In the Czech Republic, this is not a dream, but a Christmas custom. Single women have a fascinating ritual to attract marriage. Tradition says, stand with your back to the door and throw a shoe over your shoulder. If the tip points toward the door, marriage is guaranteed next year. It's that simple. But the Czechs are not alone in their romantic quest. In Poland, pulling out a piece of green straw during Christmas dinner means marriage is imminent. In Sweden, finding an almond in rice pudding symbolizes love on the way. Variations of these and other love-finding traditions are celebrated throughout the world, even if just for fun. Number 4. A radish festival in Mexico. Imagine a festival where the protagonist is a vegetable. In Mexico, this is a reality. Since the 16th century, Oaxaca has celebrated the Night of the Radishes, a completely surreal artistic event. Every December 23rd, around 100 artists transformed giant radishes into works of sculpture. It all started when traders wanted to make their vegetables more eye-catching at Christmas markets. In 1897, Governor Francisco Vasconcelos made the competition official. Today, it is a spectacle that combines art, music, fireworks, and a lot of creativity. Visitors can watch the artists at work during the day and admire the sculptures at night. Number 3. Spiders in Ukraine. Believe it or not, in Ukraine, decorating a Christmas tree with spider webs is not a bad idea. It is a tradition that brings good luck. Forget about balls, stars, or garlands. Here, spiders are welcomed as a symbol of prosperity. Legend has it that a poor widow had no money to decorate her tree. During the night, spiders created intricate webs of gifts, covering the pine tree with delicate lacework. The next day, the family became rich. One detail: these are not real webs, but ornaments that imitate webs. The symbolism remains: wealth, luck, and Christmas magic. Number 2. Elves on the move in the USA. In a tradition born in the heart of Georgia, the elf on the shelf has become a cultural phenomenon that has revolutionized children's behavior in the United States. Created by a mother and her 2 daughters, this little watchful elf has conquered more than 15 million American homes. Every night, the scout elf travels to the North Pole to report directly to Santa Claus on the children's behavior. Upon his return, he chooses a new hiding place, meticulously observing the little one's every move. His magic lies in his unpredictability. He can be hiding in charming, funny, and sometimes even inappropriate places. Parents quickly embraced this discipline tool disguised as a Christmas toy. The book that accompanies the elf sets out clear rules. It cannot be touched, or it will lose its magic. Each morning, children wake up in a frantic hunt to find where the elf has hidden. Number 1. Halloween at Christmas time in Latvia. In Latvia, Christmas takes on the form of a celebration that is more similar to Halloween, challenging traditional conceptions of winter festivity. After the candlelight night, a ceremony of remembrance, the kakatas begin, a masked procession charged with ancestral meanings. Dressed in costumes representing animals, people, and mythological creatures, the participants go from house to house, singing, dancing, and playing games. The anonymity of the masks is not a mere aesthetic artifice, but a ritual strategy to ward off evil spirits and attract blessings to the homes they visit. The hosts welcome the masked guests with gifts and food, in a cycle of reciprocity that transcends simple hospitality. Do you know of any other bizarre Christmas traditions around the world? Tell me in the comments below. Now I'm going to recommend this video that's appearing on the screen. Take advantage of it, as I've selected it especially for you. Well, that's it, and until next time, Curious One.